Hey gang, this is Mike with my real estate dojo, and one of my followers, his name is Mike. He emailed me and he asked me, "Hey Mike, what should I do to find cash buyers, or what should I do to find investors that are gonna buy my deals?" And Mike, thanks for sending me the email. That's a great question, and I'd love to answer that question for you. And before I answer that question, I want to make sure that you guys watch my other video that talks about should you find build your cash buyers list or build your buyers list, or should you go do a deal first? And my recommendation is to go do a deal, get a deal, and then spend time finding cash buyers. And go watch my other video that explains that. But let me pull the curtain back right now and tell you some great ways to find cash buyers or investors to buy your properties when you're out there wholesaling them. So some of the ways that I like to do it is that once you get a deal, now I really emphasize that you have a deal. Okay, I don't want you to call all these people and waste their fucking time when you only not willing to get a deal. So once you get a deal on the contract, what I want you to do is number one, get on Craigslist, get on Backpages, get on your local online classifieds, eBay, whatever it is. And I want you to contact the investors on there that actually are doing deals. Like, for example, if you go to Craigslist and you click on, owner financing, and you type in owner financing, there's going to be a lot of investors that come up and talk about, hey, this is what they do. They have this property, this property, this property. And then what I want you to do is I want you to reach out to that investor and say, hey, Bob, this is Mike with Mr. Investor. I have a deal. It's a subject to, or it's a fix and flip, etc. And pitch your deal to them. Because now they're more willing to answer your phone. For example, so many people call me and say, can I put you on my buyers list? And I'm like, whatever. But when somebody comes to me and says, look, I have a deal here right now, and can I put you on your buyers list? I'm more willing to listen because this might be a hot deal that I want to buy for myself. So the first thing is call everybody that's actually in the game and they're taking action. They actually have inventory. Call them and tell them the deal that you have. So this is proactive. You're going to actually go online, type in there, for example, for sale via owner financing, and let's say Craigslist. People show up, investors show up. You reach out to them. You send them a phone. You send them a text message. You send them an email. Let them know that you got a deal right now. And once you start talking to them, then you can put them on your buyers list. So that's number one. Number two thing you should do is that you should be constantly running ads on, for example, Craigslist, Backpages, and things of that nature, like Facebook, that says, hey, investors, are you looking to get deals like 20 to 50% off the fair market value? And run ads, something like that, and then have a landing page on there or email subscription page where they could just click on it or just fill out the form so they can subscribe to your mailing list. You want it to make it automatic, okay? Now, if you have to talk to them and write it down and then put it into some Excel sheet, that's okay, but it's way better to say, look, Joe, I'm going to send you an email, or Joe, I'm going to send you a text message, and just fill it out, and when I get a deal, I'm going to send it to you, okay? So make sure you do that. The next point is that you could go to all those real estate forums, okay? Like, there's so many of them out there, like biggerpockets.com, so many of them out there, meetups, etc. And you go on those forums and you could post, or you could reach out to other investors at the meetings or at the virtual meetings and let them know that if they want to get on your buyers list. And, again, that's totally for free. Excuse me. The next thing you should do is when you have a deal, you should definitely post it on Craigslist, and then you'll notice that investors are going to be calling you, or buyers. Some of them are going to be retail buyers, and some of them are going to be investors. And then you ask them, if that deal doesn't work for them, you ask them, hey, do you mind if I put you on my investor list, assuming they're investors? So this is a little different than what I just talked about before this. Before this is like you actually have specific ads that says, hey, investors, if you want to get deals at a deep discount, join my buyers list. The other thing I just talked about was that you're actually putting an ad on, let's say, Craigslist of the deal that you have. Okay, so it's two different things. Okay, and that's two different things than the first thing that I talked about, which is actually reaching out to these investors on Craigslist by doing a reverse search and explaining your deal to them. Okay, and then make sure you do the newspapers too, because there's a lot of people that run ads on their newspapers that we buy houses. So you want to make sure you reach out to them too. Okay, and don't forget about all the free stuff like Facebook, like Twitter, like forums, like all these online things, because it's so easy like to build your list without even going to a REI investment club, driving there 30 minutes, paying $20, listening to some sales pitch of some guy trying to give you some education and trying to sell you something. So you don't have to deal with all that crap. You know what I'm saying? You get those same exact people virtually, and that's what I like to do, because when I first started, yes, I did go to the real estate investment clubs, but it was just like a sales pitch, and it's great to have people around. They're like-minded, but you could do that through virtual. Okay, now if you're really a people's person, then definitely do that. I'm not a people's person. I don't like to shake people's hands. I like to create systems. So to me, going to a club was where I could just post something on Facebook and have people talk to me. That was very quick. I could respond in my convenience. I don't have to drive there. I don't have to pay for the gas. I don't have to pay for the traffic. All that bullshit that goes with driving somewhere. So coming to the story, one other place to find cash buyers is that you can get with the realtor, and in a specific zip code, okay, you could have them go pull up people that actually purchase properties that have paid cash. In the MLS, I'm not sure if it's like that for the whole America, but in Dallas, Texas, there's a functionality where you're able to go into a specific area and then look for all the buyers that actually have bought houses for cash in that area. And then you could get on the tax roll, pull up their information, pull up their mailing address. You might get on some skip tracer, pull up their cell phone, and then try to hit them via email, hit them via cell phone, cold calling, texting, etc. to get your message across. All right, so simply put, I just explained to you quickly some ways to build your buyers list. Again, I don't want you to put a lot of time into Mike. I don't want you to put a lot of time into spending your energy building a list. What I want you to do is spend your energy getting a deal. Okay, it's really easy to build a list, but it's really hard to do the deal. And everybody spends their time and energy building a list and waste all the investors' time, and they waste their own time, and they never fucking get a deal. So the best bet is to put your energy into getting a deal. When you get a deal, then you find a cash buyer, and they're more willing to listen to you because you're actually an action taker. You got a fucking deal in hand. All right, guys, go out there and hustle and bustle. Don't take no for an answer. This is America. This is the best country ever. And you and I live here. There's no excuses. Fuck the TV. They don't got nothing positive in there. All they're pushing is their agendas, fear, and all this crazy shit. Fuck that, okay? You're a great soul. You're a beautiful soul. You're meant for greatness. So turn that fucking TV off that pushes hate. Read a fucking book. Close your eyes. Let your soul tell you what's your purpose in life, and then go chase it, man. And know that you're gonna have to work for fucking free. Know that before you get to greatness, you're gonna have to put the fucking time in. Just like the gym, you can't expect to go to the gym and without doing training for years and years and years and then look like Arnold. This is not gonna happen, okay, guys? And so same thing with your life. You're gonna have to work for free. You're going to have to read some books. You're going to have to do some shit you don't want to do. But the great news is America is the only place, one of the few places in the world where you could turn your dreams into reality, where you could turn nothing into something. You don't need any fucking money. You don't need to borrow any money. You don't need any support. You don't need any credit. You don't even need to have to speak the language. When we got here, man, we didn't even speak the language. We're on food stamps, okay, guys? So you don't need any of that shit. If a guy like me comes here, I have to learn the language. I have to learn sales. I have to learn negotiation. Dude, you guys already know this shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, one language, you guys had that. So all you got to worry about is hustle and bustling. All you got to worry about is denying your fears. All you got to worry about is fuck everyone that tells you can't do it and go hustle and bustle. Don't take no for an answer, guys. If you like this video, please like, please share, please comment. and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.